just know it doesn't matter how old you are, or how tall you are, or how this you are, how blonde you are, or how this. It does not matter. What matters is that you continue to work towards your goal, you continue to get better at it, and you don't just sit on your butt and wait for something to happen.
Hey everybody, welcome back to the Up and Adam Show. Guys, I'm super excited. Got a beautiful poster beside me. We're talking about this fantastic movie that I watched twice already. But tonight's guest is an actor and a martial artist known for his work as Crossbones in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the Purge franchise, Kingdom, and much more. The list goes on. His latest role is playing the iconic Ferruccio Lamborghini in Lamborghini, the Man Behind the Legend, which came out November 18th. Please welcome the legend, Frank Grillo. What's going on, man?
That's a great intro. That's great.
Thank you, man. How's it going?
It's good, man. It's good. It's so funny. I got the poster right there. See?
Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah, we're twinning, eh? Yeah, we got the same poster, but we don't. The thing is, I don't have your good look, so we don't match on that.
Oh shit! I love it.
Yeah, but I appreciate you coming on, man, and congratulations on the film. I really enjoyed it, and I said, I've watched it twice already, and I really connected to it, man. I grew up in an Italian family, so a lot of the things in the movie were very relatable, especially with especially the dynamic with the young Ferruccio Lamborghini with his father. I really related to that because, you know, as a person doing my show and acting, I try to fight for my dreams too. And the music, the way it was shot, so beautiful. Italy and everything, the cars. It was just awesome. Like, was it just great to do a movie that celebrated your Italian culture? Because I know you're Italian as well.
Oh, brother, you know, I'm like you. I'm very Italian. I come from immigrant family. You know, my father came from Calabria and very poor. You know, they were escaping the war and fascism and all that great stuff. And you know, we spent so much time as kids becoming Americanized that Italy almost became something that we didn't want to talk about. And then as a young man, I've been to Italy many times and rediscovered, you know, the beauty of Italy. But when I went back to do Lamborghini and I started to be around these Italians and their love for Lamborghini, for cars, for culture, and you realize how long the history of Italy. I fell in love again with my culture, with our culture, and it changed my DNA. It really did. This movie affected me in ways I'd never expected it to, and it was primarily because I was in Emilia Romagna and in Rome shooting this movie, playing this great Italian icon, and just absorbing Italy and what it is to be Italian.
Yeah, you know, I was actually in Rome back in June. I went with my girlfriend and their family for a wedding over there because just some family and stuff. I'm actually Calabrese too. So we're both testa dura. Eh?
Right, that's
it, man. I love it. Eh? But they, yeah, we went there. It was beautiful, and I totally understand what you mean by absorbing the culture. I went last time I went, I was a kid. So when I went last time, I really got to have a good sense of where, you know, even though I'm not from there, just absorbing everything. And I totally understand what you mean. And it's great because you got to, when you went to Italy, you only went down and you had 10 days to get to learn the character, the accent, everything. And I really admire that about you because a lot of people wouldn't do that because it would just be too challenging. But I see that you're the type of guy that likes to challenge yourself. Is that what you think is important to be an actor, is challenge yourself?
Yeah, you know, a lot of people wouldn't do it because they'd be afraid of what other people would say about them, specifically critics. And the thing about critics is, you know, they're always wrong about everything, whether it's an art critic or, you know, a movie critic. I don't really take what they say to heart and listen to what they have to say because they don't do it right. I don't care what they say. And I really am an actor for myself first, because I want to see what it's like to be other people, right?
Hmm.
And I'm never going to be Ferruccio Lamborghini. That's an amazing, iconic industrialist. This guy did amazing things, and I was like, I'm going to do it because I want to see what it would feel like to be Ferruccio Lamborghini, and maybe I'll get beat up for it, but I don't care. I don't, I never did care. It doesn't bother me what other people say about it. It is, if I have the opportunity and it's a gift to be an actor and to
Yeah.
be employed. If I have the opportunity, if somebody believes I can do it, then man, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And I may fail. I may fail. I may fall on my face. Again, it's on my terms. And so if I fail, I get up and I figure out how to be better the next time. And it's that simple. I'm not a kid, and I'm just not really looking outwards to get, I'm not looking for trophies or anything. It'd be nice, but I'm not looking for a pat on the back. I'm looking to challenge myself. And that's what this movie was for me. So, it was such a beautiful gift. And I thank Bobby Moresco, who wrote and directed it every day, for allowing me to come and play with him.
Yeah, but you know what, Frank? I gotta say, like, I never think it's about failing at the end of the day. Like, if someone were to fail, it's always about learning, in my opinion, right? You always
Yes,
learn, and I think, I really do admire. See, another thing I admire about you, man. It's like you do things because you purely enjoy it, and you don't care what people think. And why should you, right? If
right.
Ferruccio Lamborghini, if he listened to what people thought, you think he would have made his cars, and he would have been the person he was?
There would be no car. There would be no car. There would be no
Yeah,
Mura. That car and that poster would never exist. It didn't make sense. But
exactly.
he saw it and he wanted it, right? And he didn't listen to critics. And so it's the same thing, man. It's look, the critic is going to critique whatever you're doing, whether it's again a piece of art or theater or movie, and then they're going to move on and critique the next thing.
Yeah, you're
And
a
they're
thing
not
in the past
think,
after. Yeah.
they're not going to think about you. So why would I ever give the energy to that person that is never going to think about me again in these terms, right? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Go and be the best you can be at whatever you're doing, and be happy with that.
I
And be
love
happy
that.
with it. At the end of the day, no one cares. No one, it's true. It's like, it's unfortunate, but some things look, I think this movie will find an audience. I think a lot of people have been very positive about it.
Yeah.
Are the accents perfect? Is the movie perfect? No, it's not. It's a small movie. It struggled from one part to the next part. But you know what? At the end of the movie, I find that most people who sit through it and watch it have a positive experience and comment.
Well, I did.
So
I
yeah,
did 100%.
yeah,
And you know what? I really feel like you and Ferruccio Lamborghini, you guys relate to each other too. Like the character I noticed, especially talking to you right now, you guys are very, you guys are go-getters. You guys fight for your dreams. You do things and you don't listen to anybody else. You do it because
no,
you want to
right,
do it. That's what he did,
yeah,
right? And and
that's
and
right.
and as much as this is a biopic, do you look at it too like this is a very inspiring, motivational story that people can look at to watch and get inspired by?
Right, that's what it is. It's a story about someone who never had to start this company. He was already a successful tractor
Yeah.
company manufacturer, owner, heating and air conditioning company. He's a very wealthy man. He had many Ferraris, as we saw in the movie, and decided he was going to make his own car. And everybody told him he was nuts. All the engineers that he hired told him he was nuts. It can't be done. It can't be done. It can't be done. Yes, it can. Do it.
Yeah.
And that's how I live my life. At my age, brother, at my age, I kind of I hit my stride after 40, where most men in this business start to stagnate, right? I was like, I don't care how old I am. I don't care how you think how old I am. I'm just going to keep getting better, and I'm going to make you want to hire me.
Good.
And that now, am I in the biggest movies? Am I work? No, but I'm really happy with the movies I'm making and the people I'm making them with, and I'm just going to keep doing that. So,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And so I try to instill in my three sons. It's like the obstacles that are in front of you are the ones you put there. Don't put them there. Don't listen to other people. It's not their dream, it's your dream. They just
Yeah.
want to level you down so that you don't have a dream anymore. You
Yeah.
can't allow that, right?
Yeah,
So
there's a thing I saw. It was an interview with Quentin Tarantino. I actually saw it today before we went on. I was just hanging out here watching videos, and he was talking about when he made Reservoir Dogs, his first film, right? That catapulted his
yes,
whole career. He was saying because someone was like, "Well, when you brought the script in, did people tell you like it was no good, and did you listen to their opinion?" He goes, "Listen, I brought my script in, and people always said, oh, change the third act or change this, or I don't like this dialogue. You know what he did? He goes, thank you very much. He goes, I found someone. I went to someone else who liked it because he goes, you can like if you listen to other people and you cater your whole career on other people's opinions, you're just gonna change everything about yourself, and then you lose the essence of who you are, man. And and
that's
and yeah, and I think as time goes on, since see now you have kids and stuff, right? And like you're instilling those values. If you were to sell out and you were to change who you were, you wouldn't be able to pass on your legacy and things onto your children, man.
no, and look, it's about authenticity. It's like, I might not be for everybody, right? But I'm not going to change the way I am at my core to make somebody else happy with who I am, right? What I do want to do is change in ways that I think make me a better person. I want to be
Mm.
kind. I want to be more patient. I want to be more compassionate, right? Because I grew up probably like you in an Italian household where there's a lot of chaos, and
A
there
lot,
wasn't
a lot of wooden spoons getting thrown
a
across
lot
the
of wooden spoons and all of that stuff. And so I've had to relearn, how to be more compassionate, more kind, and all that stuff. So that's about making me better,
Yeah.
a better me, But never am I listening to people. I mean, I'll listen, but never am I changing anything to try to make somebody else's opinion of me better.
And it's cool because I see that you are a car person too, man. Like I even saw that you were on Entertainment Tonight. You drove a Lamborghini and you were
Yeah.
talking to people about it. You were on with Jay Leno driving with the
Jay
car as
Leno,
well.
yeah. Also, Adam Carolla is a big car guy.
Yeah,
He
yeah, Adam
owned
Carolla, yeah.
Yeah, he owned two of those Miuras that are in that poster. He recently sold them. I don't know why he did because they're so valuable. But yeah, there's a big car community here in LA.
Yeah, I was gonna say, and
Yeah.
like just even I mean, like since you've always been a car guy, but after doing the film, did you kind of fall in love even more at that point? Like, did you just you know?
I fell in love with what it takes to create one of these iconic automobiles,
Yeah.
right? And it's almost like, you know, how Bach or Mozart would create a beautiful piece of music that has stood the test of time. Like these cars will stand the test of time. They are classic Italian sports cars, and they will always kind of be the genesis of what we know of sports cars to be today. And I'm just, I'm for cars like that. I'm a great spectator. I love to see them. I love to look at them. I love to touch them. Driving them is not for me. I like. I drive big kind of SUVs and trucks and stuff. And in fact, I just had a '67 Bronco, totally rebuilt from the ground up with a Coyote 5.0 Mustang engine. It's about to be delivered. So I like driving. I like driving things like that.
You know what's funny? I would love to like. I'm trying to picture what that car looks like, but like when you say that to me, it's a whole other language. I have no idea
Yeah,
what any of that was.
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
and this. I'm like, wow, that sounds so cool. I'm like, I have no idea what it is.
Yeah, it's a Ford Bronco from the '60s that is totally redone. It's brand new from the ground up, and it's an American truck, and that's kind of my jam.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, see, my dad, he was born 1958, so he grew up in the 70s, right? So
Right.
there are a lot of cool cars too in the 70s. My dad had a 1970 Chevy Chevelle SS. It was gold and
Oh,
black racing stripes.
yeah, that's the car, man. '70 Chevelle SS. You had the '70 Cutlass 442. You had the Barracuda. You had the Challenger, the Dodge Challenger. That was the year of the Camaro SSs.
Muscle cars and stuff.
Yeah, those were good. The GTO, the GTO Judge, which was one of my favorite cars. Yeah, that was the era, man. I mean, the '70s for film in America and cars.
And I just have to say, man, you're a very humble guy. I know. I think you don't realize how impactful you are. Like you just say like, and I heard in other interviews, you go, "Oh, I'm just a working actor. I just." But dude, like the thing. This is how I put it. Okay, even though you're like to me you're a superstar, right? But I try to talk to you like you're a human being with feelings. I don't like to put anybody on this pedestal like they're gods and stuff because no one likes to be treated like that. People want to
No,
be treated like
and
humans,
I'm
man.
not. Listen, I really am a working actor, and I'm grateful to be a working actor. And I'm a kid from the Bronx. And I don't want to be anybody else. Like I like that kid. I like that guy.
Yeah.
I like the way I was raised. Where my parents, my parents had me when they were very young, so it was like I said. But I was never not loved, and I never went without a meal, and I loved being Italian, and I also loved being relatable, and I want to be able to talk to anybody just because I want to talk to them and be authentic about that. And so, I'm in Hollywood. I'm not of Hollywood. It's not my jam. And I don't mean to take away from Hollywood. It's an
No, no, no.
amazing place.
It's just not for you. Yeah, yeah. It's just not for you.
Not, not for me, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not that guy. And it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Well,
So, yeah,
that's why I like talking to you. That's why I like talking to someone like you that is very humble, and I like to just connect with like we're just having two friends having a conversation. That's how it should be,
we
man.
are. We
You know?
are.
And
We're two
yeah,
friends having a conversation who have a lot in common, specifically culturally,
yeah.
and I'm going to root for you from now on. Like you're a friend, and you're doing your thing, and I do my thing, and I'm going to root for you. And if I'm around and if I can ever help, give me a call.
That's very nice. That's very nice, Frank. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I
So
appreciate it, and I appreciate you coming on today. I want to just ask you one more question before we end off. Someone who is fighting for their dreams, someone who is maybe struggling, what's a piece of advice you can give them? Someone like you who works really hard and that is achieving such great success.
yeah, I mean, whatever success I'm achieving, I didn't always achieve it, and it's fairly new, and I'm fairly old. So, you know, there's something that I just said not too long ago, a little earlier today, and somebody told me this. There are no rules. There are no rules. It doesn't matter how old you are, or how educated or uneducated you are, or what you look like. There are no rules. So don't put any don't put rules on yourself about success based on other people's ideas, right? Just know it doesn't matter how old you are, or how tall you are, or how this you are, how blonde you are, how this, it does not matter. What matters is that you continue to work towards your goal, you continue to get better at it, and you don't just sit on your butt and wait for something to happen. Because if we were athletes, say if we were boxers, and I wanted to fight and become a champion, I still got to go to the gym every single day and train as hard as I can and
Yeah.
get better, better, and better. I got to get knocked down on the canvas, get back up, get knocked down again to learn what I should do if this punch is thrown again. And you learn. And so that's what you have to do. You have to keep getting up. And I know people have said this 1,000 times before me, but you have to keep getting up every time you get knocked down and keep moving forward and see what you're doing. You created your own thing, your own outlet, your own business, right? I did the same thing with my partner. We started with a movie called Wheelman. We started a production company. It was $5 million. Sold it to Netflix. Then we did a movie called Point Blank. That was $11 million. We started out with one movie. We've made 7 movies and a TV series, a docuseries called Fight World for our company. And we just had an idea. We would start and make movies that we wanted to see. And here we are. So, you find ways to keep your dream alive. And it's up to you, nobody else. Nobody's going to wake you up every day saying, come on, it's your dream. Let's go. You got to do it yourself.
Frank, man, that was awesome. I love it. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. And thank you again for coming on today.
Oh, my pleasure, brother.
Thank you.